All right, everyone. How you doing this morning? I bought something, and it's gonna make this machine 10 times better, I think. It is the extension kit. Now, I bought this a while ago. The reason why I haven't upgraded it yet is because I was waiting for the cables that XTool provides for the 40 watt module. Well, they finally came out with them and I bought them, and so now we have the 40 watt module extension kit that we can go ahead and upgrade this to a longer 430 by 900 machine. Now it says it can go up to 909, and I just prefer to just have a even working area, so I'm going to make it 430 by 900. So let me go ahead and get this unboxed and get started with the assembly. Okay, so this is what it comes with. It comes with the two cable lengths. Now this is for the D1 Pro regular. This is for the D1 without the Pro. I won't need both of those because this one for the 40 watt, as you can tell, it has the extra connector on it, which is important because this one doesn't. And so if you don't have that, then you can't run your 40 watt laser module. Now with this, you could run any other module other than the 40 watt. So if you're planning on getting this kit for the 40 watt, you're gonna have to get this extra extension cable. I don't know when they'll start including it in the box, but hopefully soon. You get some cable wraps, zip ties, the new belts, and it looks like new grips for the belts, but we'll see if those are needed. I'm not sure. I haven't really watched the video on this yet. So let me go ahead and get this set up and start disassembling the actual laser frame, and then we'll go from there. Alright, partway through a disassembly, just got to remove all the corner screws from the extrusion. Right here. You also have to remove the stepper motor over here on the side. There are 4 screws for that. Other than that, there are, you also have to remember to undo the belt tensioning screws in the back, because if you don't do that, you might not be able to get it apart. Okay, so these round-headed ones are the ones that go to your belt tensioning screw to hold it down. Make sure you remember that. Also, another quick tip is you're gonna have to unplug your stepper motor and the end stop that's here. You don't really have to unplug this one over here on this side. Just make sure that you keep everything organized when you're taking it apart, because you're going to need all these screws when you get it back together. One thing I did notice during disassembly is that this was a little loose, so it's always good to do some maintenance on your machines every once in a while and check things. I didn't know that was loose, or I would have fixed it. I did try tightening down the screws a little bit more, but I don't know if this is just defective, or I don't want to over tighten these and strip them out. So I'm going to try and talk to XTool support about that, but in the meantime it should be fine because I haven't really had any problems with it doing that. Okay, so the hardest thing I found with these was getting the stepper motor back on. That is aligned. It is the hardest part of this whole process, I would say. Tip for this would be to do the back ones first. As you can see over here, you got 4. I would do these 2 back ones first, and then do the 2 front ones, because you can't really see the 2 back ones once you get the stepper motor back in there. So I would do that first. Alright? Alright, so I do have a couple of things that I did print out for this. One is these zip tie cable ties. Use either 3M adhesive or, you know, the command hook adhesive, and you just stick them on the back here and run zip ties through it, and that'll keep your cables underneath, which was one of my big complaints about the D1 was the cable management. So you just put a couple of these up until the second hole or third hole here. And this thing is so long. That's what she said. Alright, as you can see, there's a hole here, and they don't suggest you put them zip ties past there. So I'll probably put two, one right here, and the other like right about here. And I'll just zip tie the cables there. That way it'll help with the cable management and keep the cables out of the way, because this is a lot longer of a cable and I don't want it to get in the way. So let me get the command adhesive on there and zip tie it up, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Alright, so you can see how this works. It's kind of like this. You just put that there, and then you run the cable through there, and then you zip tie it up. I printed this off a Thingiverse, and I'll include the link to everything, all of the files and stuff that I'm using here, so that you guys can, if you want to use them, you can download them. But yeah, I think these will work great, and I tried to get a PLA or a filament that would match the D1 red color as best as I could, and I think I did pretty good. Let me get that one done and get this thing flipped back over, and then we'll go ahead and get everything else hooked back up. Okay, another thing I printed out were these cable clips, and I found these to work the best. Basically, I just there's a piece of electrical tape wrapped around the end here of these cables where the NEMA motor plugs in and the end stop plugs in, hooking it up to this. So I just cut that and routed these cables underneath, so that it comes like this, and then it sits like this. And so that way, if I take this and I clip it in there, I can just clip it onto the back here, and it will stay out of the way. So I can see. Alright, as you can kind of see, this is how it works. Once this is in there, these won't move at all, so it should stay pretty stable. And the air assist hose goes out this way, and it's able to travel the full length. The one thing, it is kind of pulling on this a little bit. I need to scoot this cable in a little bit so that it doesn't pull on that cable as much. Alright, and there we go. So yeah, you just put your laser module on there like you did before. Flip this down, connect the two cables in the back, and you're good to go. All right. I would like to see a laser company come out with an integrated wire system that's integrated into the frame, so you don't have to mess with all the wires and stuff and unhooking your laser module and everything. Just kind of fits in, but I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much. But yeah, there you are. It's back together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up some tests, get it going and test it out. I'll do that in another video because this one's getting kind of long as it is. And I'll set up the wasteboard for this machine. All right. So like and subscribe if you like this video, and tune in for the next one. I've also got something special planned with the rails I pulled off of this. So as you know, I got the 10 watt with the 40 watt upgrade kit. So I'm gonna try and Frankenstein together a 10 watt machine in order to take advantage of this machine, the 40 watt and the 10 watt, and that way I'll have a total of 4 machines in my shop at that point. All right, have a good one. Thanks.